Welcome to Learn English with me on English Mastery Hub. My name is Karen and I'm coming to you from a chilly Karen's Corner today. Before we get into today's video podcast, let me remind you to please register on our website in order to be able to take part in all the different exercises and to use the awesome features and tools. For today, we are going to look at a blog, and this is found on the right-hand side of our home page. The blog we are going to look at today is called How Technology is Changing the Way We Remember the Past. This blog is at an A2 level and so should be easy for all of you to understand. If there are any words that you are not familiar with, we have here a list of commonly used words in the article. They are marked in bold. Please go over them and then you will see how they are used in context within the article that we are going to read. Once again, please watch to the end of the video. I have some awesome tips on how to address reading in an English exam. So look at these words, make a list of words that you don't know or that you're unsure of, and later in our video, I will show you the feature that we call My Glossary. It is a wonderful tool that you can use to expand your vocabulary. Moving along in our blog, we have an audio that you can listen to of the article. This I'm going to leave for you to do on your own. You may fast forward, rewind, play it back as many times as you like, and this will allow you to familiarize yourself with the English in greater detail. For today, I am going to read the article to you, and I want you to make use of the technique known as shadowing. What do I mean by that? Shadowing means that you follow along as I read and mouth the words silently to yourself. In this way, you will learn how to pronounce the words while hearing me read. So let's dive into our article. How technology is changing the way we remember the past. Technology is a big part of our lives today. It helps us talk to friends, learn new things, and even remember the past. In the past, people used books, photos, and letters to keep memories. Today, we use phones, computers, and the internet to store our memories. One way technology helps us remember the past is through digital photos. We take pictures with our phones and save them online. These photos can stay safe for many years. We do not need to keep old albums or worry about losing paper pictures. We also use social media to share our memories. Platforms like Facebook and Instagram show us what we did 1 year ago or more. These memory posts help us remember birthdays, holidays, and special events. We can also write about our feelings or stories and share them with family and friends. Another way technology helps us is through videos. People record videos of weddings, birthdays, or other important days. These videos are easy to watch again and again. Some families also make short movies to remember a holiday or a trip. Old things like letters or photos can be scanned and saved on computers. This is called digitizing. It helps people keep old memories safe. Museums and schools also do this to save history. For example, they scan old maps or newspapers and share them online so many people can learn from them. There are also apps and websites that help us make memory books or time capsules. A time capsule is a collection of things saved for the future. Some people write letters to their future selves and save them online. They can read them many years later. Technology is useful for people with memory problems too. Some apps can help older people remember names, faces, and places. These tools make life easier and help people feel more connected to their past. In conclusion, technology gives us new and easy ways to remember the past. We can save photos, videos, and stories in digital form. It helps us keep our memories safe and share them with others. Thanks to technology, remembering the past has never been easier. So, how did you go? Were there words that you were not familiar with? Did you make a list as I suggested? If you did that, we can go on the control panel and find my glossary. When you open my glossary, you will see there is a graph that tracks the different words that you have learnt, just learnt, that you are confident with, or that you use daily. Below the graph, there is a green button that says Add New Words. If you click on this, you can add any word that you've come across and add it to your glossary. You can also set or reset reminders that will send you an email to remind you to go over the words you have already learnt. Scientifically, it has been proven that you need to see or use a word at least 17 times before it is embedded in your memory. So some of us have a long way to go.
Unique.
But this tool, thank you, allows you to hear how a word is pronounced and also allows you to go over the words again and again and make them part of your everyday vocabulary. So if we go back to our blog and find any word in the blog that we don't know, such as museums, click on museums and we open our glossary and we can add it to our glossary. I have changed from English to Dutch. You may change this to any language that is your home language that you are familiar with, and it will give you the description of the word in your home language. Isn't that amazing? And this will help you understand the exact meaning of the word in a better way. Also, you may click on this and find an image of a museum, and that too will help you understand what the word means. This glossary is really a very, very useful tool. I encourage you to use it. It will help you to expand your vocabulary in an easy and fun way. Okay, moving on from the blog, we have grammar notes. The grammar notes say the article mainly uses the present simple tense to describe facts and regular actions, and it also uses modals like can to express ability. The grammar lesson, present simple tense, is used for things that happen often or are always true. Example, people take photos with their phones, that is present tense. And modal verb can is used to talk about ability or possibility. Example, we can save our photos online. If you are someone who needs to brush up on their grammar, why not join our free English grammar course? You heard me. It is absolutely free. How many things do you know of nowadays that are worthwhile and cost you nothing? So, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and sign up to our web and join the grammar course. You will find the grammar course on the home panel under control panels, and then you can open your grammar courses here. Sorry, the control panel was for you to find your glossary. Under courses, you will find English grammar lessons. These are from an A1, which is a very beginner, to a C2 level, which is someone who is proficient in English. You can also practice English tenses under tense troubles on the right hand side, and that's a fun way of practicing English tenses. If you open the grammar lessons, it will look like this, and this is a brief overview of all the different pieces of grammar. Now, if you scroll down, you will see there is a table of contents, and the slide that we are interested in today is slide number 7. So put in 7 and press enter, and you will get the present simple tense. Go through it and understand it. If you don't understand it, join the grammar classes and go through them again. The other grammar piece that we studied was the modal verb can. It is slide number 33, and there you can see can expresses present ability or permission. As a child, we would ask our parents, "Can I have an ice cream?" That is permission. Go over this again and familiarize yourself with the use of modal verbs. For now, we are going to go back to our blog, and we are going to look at some questions. Before we go to the questions, I wanted to just share a bit of interesting information with you, something you may not know about time capsules. The article says a time capsule is a collection of things saved for the future. And I have put up a picture of a time capsule here, and you can see we have various different types of time capsules that people have used, and in that you save precious photos, buttons that meant something, pictures, mementos. These are things that you save in a time capsule, and historically these were buried, and then at a later date someone could dig them up, and it would be great fun to read an article from 100 years ago about how people lived then. So that was the purpose of time capsules. But for now, let's look at the 5 questions following our reading article. So the questions go as follows. I want you to answer them silently to yourself, and I hope you agree with my answers. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below the video. I read every one, and I will answer them in future video podcasts. Question number 1. What do people use today to store their memories? Scroll back to the article right at the beginning, and it says today we use phones, computers, and the internet to store our memories. Did you agree with me? Hope so. Number 2, how do digital photos help us remember the past? And digital photos help us remember the past because we take pictures with our phones and we save them online. When we go back and look at that photo again, we can remember an event in the past. Question number 3. What is digitizing? This is something we covered in detail in the article. The process of scanning and saving photos or letters onto computer is called digitizing. 4th question, why do people use apps and the website to make memory books? And we had memory books with time capsules because they save things for the future. Some people even write letters to their future self, maybe listing their goals and ambitions of what they want out of life, and they can read them again many years later and laugh at some of the things that we had put down. And the last question, how does technology help older people? Well, we saw that there are apps and websites that can help us remember the past, and some of these apps can also help old people remember names, faces, and places. Old people sometimes tend to forget these things, so these apps can help them remember them. Those are all the questions, and then I want to remind you again to join our free weekly English speaking class and improve your speaking skills. Many of you are good at grammar, but you lack speaking practice. There's the solution. Join our free weekly English speaking class and improve your speaking skills. Now for my tip that I promised you at the beginning of the video. When you have a article, a PDF to read during an exam, and then you have to answer some questions. My tip for you is to use a technique called skimming. What do I mean like this? Well, go to your questions, underline the keyword in your question, go back to the article, find that keyword, and I guarantee you the answer to the question will either be in that sentence or the sentence before or directly after that sentence. You do not have to reread the article again and again. That's simply a waste of precious time. Practice this in your next test or exam and you will see what I mean. That's all for me for today. I want to leave you with a quote from Vidal Sassoon, who said, "The only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. Put in the work and you will get success." Bye-bye from Karen for now.